are right on the edge of the new year here on the East Coast. Plenty of time zones have already celebrated 2022's arrival. We're about an hour and 45 minutes away or so here. I don't have a super accurate clock right in front of me, so I'm not actually sure when it's going to be clicking over, but you know, we'll probably be here during that. So welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you are all having a good and peaceful evening. Hope you are staying safe no matter what you are doing or how you are celebrating. I'm just jumping in here. Hey there, Eric. Good to see you. To say hello to my subscribers, my friends out there in YouTube land, and do some readings for those who may want them. I will be opening up the list. I do have one person that if they show up, they might be number one on the list already. Hey there, Brenda. Hey there, Miss Strawberry. Good to see you, Sharon. But yeah, so I'm just going to be doing some on-the-spot readings. We might do a collective read if it's a little slow getting people in, but we did do a ton of collective readings for like the winter solstice and all that, so we've done quite a bit of collective stuff. It is so hot. I might end up having to take the sweater off. It is like swamp weather here, you know. It is. It's like Florida right now in Georgia. It's been getting up to almost 70 degrees in the day and it's super humid, so it's been really weirdo weather. It's like it's not even winter. It's like it's not even winter here, guys. No joke. I wanted to jump on here earlier, but I got into cleaning the house. I always like to try to clean up, vacuum everything, sage, you know, on the last day of the year. There's other days that I kind of do the same thing, like I do again for Chinese New Year. I do it again for you know, the New Year's astrology. Astrology New Year Day is actually the day of the spring equinox when the sun starts its cycle in Aries, because Aries is our first sign. So, so that's another, you know, in my opinion, very much a New Year's observance as well. You know, it's like this is our recognized Western calendar New Year, but there's actually a lot of other, you know, New Year cycles. This is sort of just a suggested New Year's, you know. It's the more universally agreed upon one, but yeah, there's a lot of different periods through the year that, you know, symbolize to me new beginnings. So, we are in Capricorn season. Oh yeah, Capricorn. We just shifted over. Jupiter went into Pisces. So it is stationed there right now as we speak. Very exciting. Jupiter will be in the sign of Pisces for most of next year. Yeah, so that's real good news, I think, for Pisces. I think it's also very good for Scorpio and Cancer. It's also very good for our earth signs because it's a feminine energy, so it really does complement. But yeah, it should be a very spiritual, mystical year ahead. That's what I feel as I try to get the bunny hair out of my eye. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's see, what cards do I have around me right now? We could do a little collective read and wait for people. I also have my wonderful Winter Solstice book. I love this book, The Sacred Traditions of Christmas by John Matthews. And these are just, it goes day by day. This is actually like for anybody that really wants to get into the traditions of winter, it is a fabulous book. Oh my goodness, the solstice dream. And look at that picture. That's the interior passage of Newgrange in Ireland. It's approximately a 5,000-year-old Neolithic structure. It's older than the pyramids. Take that in. And it was built so, you know, it's in perfect alignment with the winter solstice, with that return of the light, you know. it illuminates that back passage. So this is just, this book is the coolest. It has a little bit of everything. You know, it gets into many different traditions going back over, you know, long time. So let's see, yeah, let's see, we've got, I'm sure it's going to have something to say about, it even has all the lyrics to the Cuddy Wren. Yeah, Newgrange is about 5,000 years old, give or take. It's been there for a very long time. They actually did some really, really cool live streams. There's actually an organization there in Ireland, and they did some live streams for the winter solstice days from Newgrange, and it was really, really cool. Yeah. So day 6. We are in day 6 of these 12 days of Christmas. We are at day 6. And day 6 is New Year's Eve. In Scotland, it is called Hogmanay. And in Scotland, the New Year celebrations overshadow those of Christmas. And it's a greater hearkening to the idea of the old year's end and a new beginning. The name given to the feast is Hogmanay, a word of obscure origin which may derive from a French term for New Year. Another more intriguing suggestion is that it is a corruption of Aguimenez, which means literally lead to the mistletoe. This suggests a Druidic origin, and it is said the sacred priest of Britain used to cut the sacred plant on what was to them the equivalent of New Year's Day, the solstice. So yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, they still say that in France, talking about the New Year and the mistletoe. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is just a freaking great book. There's a lot. Oh, I mean, they just, you know, yeah, clearing up unfinished business is the thing about New Year's Eve. First footing, that's another thing on New Year's Eve. Whoever is the first foot across your doorstep for the new year is considered to be the person that will bring you a good bit of your luck for the year ahead and welcomes back the light to your house. In some places, what they will do right before midnight is they will they'll turn all the lights out in the home, and then the person that's meant to be, you know, the first footer, the first person to enter the home, they're sent outside with a candle, and right at midnight they knock on the door and are welcomed in to bring the light back into the house. This is also a time when a lot of people like to drink up the eggnog. They have a recipe in there for that. And tomorrow is day 7 of the 12 days of Christmas, the New Year's Day, the calendars of January. And that's also considered the wassail day. They also do have a recipe for wassail. I have made it before. It's very strange. It's like a hot spiced fruit juice tea. It's really strange. But it's definitely very warming, which I guess is the whole point. Not that we need that right now here. It's not cold at all. So so yeah, let's do something, guys. I don't know how many people will actually show up. I don't know. We will see. Tell me what you want me to do. I can either start with a small collective reading and then sing a song. I can sing Auld Lang Syne. That's a great song for this evening. And or I can do the song first and the cards next. Let me know what you want. What works for you? I'm good with any of it. The new moon is coming. New moon is January 2nd. And I'm really excited about that because it's also in Capricorn. My goats. Get your horns out, my goats. I think a lot of people have already gone to sleep. That's what I really think. The funniest quote that I saw, collective reading and then song. Sounds good, Marie. I will do that. Yeah, people are already like blowing off firecrackers and stuff here. Yeah, the new moon is 1:30 p.m. on January 2nd, my time. So that's Sunday. I'm probably going to be I think I'm doing a spirit animal Sunday on Sunday night. pretty sure. Let me get some keyword cards. That's what we're going to do here. All right. I like these. I just got these. Let's play with these too. Oh, I love all these oracle cards. I like them too much. I got too many. Can you really ever have too many cards? I collect cards the way some people collect shoes, you know? Can you ever have too many pairs? Can you ever have too many card decks? I'm pushing the limit. I do believe I'm pushing the limit. Let's see. Looking. Where are the Blessed Bee cards went? I really dig those, but it's okay. We can use these. This is a new deck. The Moonology cards, I always use those for my full moon and lunar readings. This is a new card deck from the same author called Moonology Manifestations, and I love it. It's so pretty. It really has some nice vibe to it. I like the box. I like the backs. Yeah, we'll use those too. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there are people that have like hundreds and hundreds of decks. It's hard to, yeah, I am kind of picky about the ones that I buy. I look through a lot of them, and you know, I'm kind of particular about the ones I actually pick up. At some point, I'll probably do a bit of like a divestment, because there are ones I don't use as often, you know, and then there's ones that I use very regularly. You know, I use my Queen of the Moon and my Moonology pretty much every month. There's certain ones that I go back to again and again because they just feel right, you know. When it feels right, it feels right. Oh, the sweetgrass. I just saged my whole house too. Yeah. And a lot of that idea of making a bunch of noise on New Year's Eve actually comes from that tradition of making a lot of noise to scare the bad spirits or the bad energy out of your house. That's something people used to really do, like they would bang drums or pots or pans or just make a whole lot of racket in the house and open the doors to just symbolically like chase the negativity out of the house. That's why they still make a lot of noise and blow off noisemakers and firecrackers and all that kind of thing. It's part of it. It's not all of it, but part of it. I'm gonna have somebody coming in here like, that's not the only reason. I feel like, okay. All right. I'm glad it doesn't really bother my bunnies. My rabbits, it doesn't really bother them, all that noise. But I know people that, especially like their dogs, some dogs, oh, they hate like New Year's Eve and 4th of July are their worst days ever because it just, the noise of it makes them so nervous. Get some messages. Let's see what happens. And for those of y'all that are waiting for your monthly reads, I am working on them, guys. My health has not been great. This week has been really rough. Not gonna lie, it has been bad. It has been pretty harsh. I've been extremely weak. I'm not gonna get into all the reasons, but it's been pretty rough. It hasn't been the best. So I had definitely wanted to have all those done already, but I have had to rest. I really have. I wasn't even sure if I'd be up to this tonight, but thankfully I am okay. I'm still pretty tired. All right, so what do we got? Dear ancestors, dear beings of light, guardian angels, all of our ascended masters and guides, let's please have some messages for the beginning of 2022 as we go into this new year. What kind of energies, messages, or focus should we have? What should we be looking at? What should we be manifesting? Let's start out with a couple of keyword cards, please. Yeah, I have to say that is like, this is a big one. This is really a big one. Not just, you know, I'm feeling that. Woo! And it's, I mean, this card is like energized. All right, so security. Security is a big deal this year. I think that people want to feel secure, safe, grounded, protected. I also think that the typical definition of security may be changing a bit depending on your situation. Like, you might not be taking security from the same old ways that you used to, but essentially, I think people will be looking to really ground. I think that they'll be really looking especially to connect with their ancestors. Look at that. This is a very ancestral kind of energy card. Being very close to the home fires. And it's also connecting with your spirit family, right? We have the really, this card is so beautiful. I love this one. It's really this, like, it's the earth, it's the fire, but then we also have all the stars. We have all the, you know, galaxies above that are, you know, guiding us and watching over us. And so it's very much this connection of earth and sky. And I feel like, you know, it's not enough to have your head in the clouds. You also have to have practical plans. Things have to make practical common sense to you. And people will be very security conscious. I don't think they're going to be willing to make really big moves or jumps without there being a bit of a safety net. That's just really important right now, and important as we go into this year. And, you know, the card that was on the bottom of this deck is success. So I feel like, you know, it's like those are the big themes, security and success. People are being a little bit more careful, a little more cautious, taking the steps they need to take to feel that stability and that security under their feet. But doing that is going to lead to success. It's a lot better to be looking out for those things, looking out for your grounding center and connection. That's going to bring a lot more success, a lot more, you know, happy, prosperous outcomes. To me, it also kind of says, don't worry too much about that. You know, don't be, it's a balance. Security card makes me think a little bit of the Four of Pentacles in the tarot. It can be that scarcity consciousness or fear. It's like, oh my gosh, am I going to lose things and am I going to be okay? So you don't want to get, you know, giving into too much fear and doubt. It's really keeping it in balance. And yeah, I think that there will be more successes than people may realize there will be, right? It's like it's going to be better than people might guess. It's just definitely, you know, be careful. Don't be fearful, but be practical and cautious, right? Just be careful as you go through each thing. Just, you know, take the steps you need to take to feel secure. Let's get into next. I love this deck. This is a Shaman's Dream Oracle. I'm going to deepen up these themes a little bit more and get a little more message around these themes of security and success. I think those are both going to be very important for people. They want to be successful at what their goals are and what they're doing. And security of all kinds, you know, means a lot right now. It's, you know, financial security, emotional security, home security, simply having enough food, having enough, you know, to eat, you know, making sure that the needs are met. So yeah, to me, the keyword of security has a lot to do with Taurus energy too. Taurus is a very much, you know, earthy, stable kind of energy. And we are going to hide that one. All right, so let's get into the shaman stream, please. Let's please deepen these messages. Nice. Okay. I like these so much. I like these. These cards are just beautiful. Yeah, I don't, like I said, you know, security doesn't mean stagnancy. We've got Spirit of the River, so there is movement toward adventure, right? I feel like, you know, this could also speak to some of the restlessness that people are feeling because, you know, that's what I've seen in a lot of folks. You know, this is the number 5 card. 50 is a 5. So it's, you know, 5 is movement. 5 can be restlessness. It can be conflict. It can be a little bit of, you know, pressure and crisis building. And then, you know, the Moon Maiden is the card that was underneath, the new beginnings, right? So I do feel like people want new starts. They want new adventures. They want new doors to be opening. I feel like that's very much the way that this year is opening up. And notice that this is a 41 that adds up to a 5. So we've got 2 5s coming in. I do think that people are restless. This is probably why that security card is coming up there. It's almost like there's a little bit of a warning around that. It's like, don't let life hold you back this year. Don't feel like you have to just sit out everything. Don't feel like you can't have any adventures, but do be careful. Pick and choose what you're going to do wisely. That's just an energetic feeling that I get from this. Let's get into a magical spell card. Let's see what kind of ritual work would be really good for us to be doing, especially as we open up this year and going forward into it. We got a new moon coming right around the corner here, just the day after Sunday, day after tomorrow. You know, these are beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so number 1, magical powers, and it really looks like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So I feel like that power of transformation, rebirth, growth, and rising above. I weave and clear. So, you know, clearing is important. I cast and know magic secrets to me now shows. So really focusing in on your own personal magical power, whatever that is, we all have it, right? Whether it's good intuition, good common sense, creative talent, whatever it is that we have. Everybody has like a superpower, you know? And so to me, with this, it's really saying, you know, to clear out the old junk, you know, clean out the metaphorical spiritual junk drawer. It's a transformation card, and look what was on the bottom is healing. So healing is a really important thing too. This could be healing, you know, the health of the body, the health of your heart, your spirit, your psyche. Candle flame, burn this hour and bring to me your healing power. So any kind of rituals or, you know, meditation or focus that we put on our own personal healing is very important. And if everybody is working on their own healing, guess what? Our interactions are going to be healed too. It's really beautiful cards. All right. And then I'm going to pull, let's see what we get out of our lunar manifestation deck here. I'm going to have to give this a real good shuffle because I haven't used it yet. So let's bless these cards, please. Let's see what's going to come through as manifestations. Dear Spirit, for 2022, what will be lunar energy? What signs will be coming through too? You know, what kind of focus are we going to be coming in on? I'm going to pull 3 off the top and 1 from the bottom. Ooh, okay. Maybe 5. Maybe 2 from the bottom because this is really perfect, okay? The card on the top was last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. And that's something that I have been feeling all day today, is that even though there are some things that are really tough, some things that I'm actually pretty depressed about, I'm really been trying to focus on what I'm grateful for, what, you know, the blessings are, because there always are good things, right? And so this is a really important message to all of us, is to practice gratitude, pay attention to the things that you're grateful for as this year closes up and a new year begins. The next card coming out is the last quarter moon in Scorpio. And it says, reveal what needs to be seen. Interesting, we're getting all this a couple of last quarter ones, because that is the cycle the moon is in right now as it gets ready to go new. So there is a lot that's clearing out with this old year going away. So this really is about seeing into the heart of the matter. Scorpio energy taps into that transformational power as well. Very healing from the inside out. And then we have the first quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And this is a health and healing moon, right? You know, Virgo energy is all about health and healing. You know, Virgo and Scorpio especially, they work together really well. So I feel that this is definitely a time where people are having deep thoughts. Could be a bit of heavy thoughts, right? Really, really tuning in and fine-tuning whatever it is their situations are that they're experiencing. On the bottom of the deck, look at this. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. Leave this old year behind. Whatever energies you don't like, you know how we always say, take what you like, take what makes sense, leave the rest behind. That's what this feels like to me. It's like, leave whatever you didn't like, leave whatever was troubling, challenging, difficult, painful, whatever the lessons are, take those and go forward, because it's time to let it go. And then right after that, look what came out. This is too perfect. The new moon in Capricorn on January 2nd is when we're having that. So step up and lead. Leave the past behind. It's time to take the reins. It's time to embrace your destiny and what it is that you're really going to manifest. I love that they're both in Capricorn, because that's the energy that we're in very, very strongly. And the new moon card that was right next to it was the Aquarius new moon. Open up to change, right? Step up and lead and open up to the changes that are coming, because they will be on the way. That's how this is nice. I like the way that all unfolded. Really feels right. Always like these. All right, let's pull just a little bit of tarot. And for anybody that wants a personal read or wants to ask a personal question, I do have that open tonight. It is a $10 minimum donation, and you can make that donation either through PayPal. My PayPal link is right below in the description box, or you can do it through the super chat option through YouTube while this is live. So opening that up. The last time that I went live, there was one lady that that had paid for a reading, and I was already closed when she did it. Her name was Anna Daron, so if she comes in, I will give her first priority. I told her just check me next when I'm next live, so if she comes in, we will honor that. All right, Spirit, let's see what we have. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot deck tonight. Love this deck. Has a really cool front and back aspect to every one of the cards, which is super fun. It has the front and the back, so you get to see both sides of the card. And I feel like this is the perfect time of year to use something like that, because when we're wrapping up, you know, an old cycle or an old year, so we're looking at the old, thinking about the new. We're seeing two sides, the flip sides. right, Spirit, what do we have tonight coming up around our new year? Our old year passing and our new year being rebirthed. Let's see what we have coming around that. Past, present, future. Wow, appropriate. Very appropriate. Darn. Okay. All right. The immediate past. Look at that. The death card. Scorpio energy. The phoenix from the ashes. The old year is dying. That's, I mean, literally. The old year is dying. The energy is being transformed and transmuted. And of course, on the other side of it, the sun is rising. The new year is dawning. The new day is dawning, because the death cycle, it clears away the old to make way for the new. It helps us make that big transition over. But I feel like with the death card coming up, it's such a strong card. It's the Scorpio Major Arcana. So I really do feel with that one coming up, to symbolize the passing year, I feel like this is a major changeover. Like, it's a big shift up of energy. It's not little. It's not like, oh yeah, just another new year. No, there's something pretty dramatic about this one. Let's see what we have clarifying the death card, please. Wow. Look at this. Look at this with the Lovers card clarifying the death card. Oh my goodness. Oh, for the question in the chat, this is the vice versa card, and this is the everyday tarot that I'm using to clarify. Yeah. Hey there, Nancy. Thanks for the donation. If it's for a reading, just let me know and I'll put you on the list. So yeah, the death card, yeah, I like what Triplet said. You know, the death card could also be called the life card, because, you know, death is just a part of life, and in order to get to the new beginning, a lot of times we have to let something go. So I do feel, look at that. Oh my goodness, to me, the Lovers card coming up onto this is very dramatic for personal relationships, extremely so. I would say that, you know, for some people, because this is general, this is for a collective, for some people, they will be losing their relationships. There will be major breakups, right? That's just sort of a given with this combination. But as we know, things are almost never that black and white, right? You know, this could be a lot more detailed, where it has to do with the things that deal with the Lovers card: agreements, communication, how you communicate. Something big has to change there. And I've been feeling that in a lot of the readings, is that communication really has to go to another level. It's like an old way of thinking, an old way of interacting with your significant other, or with the, you know, love interest or potential love interest. It really has to change quite dramatically for it to improve. This is a major transition in a relationship. Very, very strong. It could be a rebirth too, you know, because many times, you know, this kind of healing and rebirth energy, there could be relationships in our life that are very, very much in need of a very strong, clean sweep, and healing and transformation. Scorpio is also a very psychological card. So I feel like, you know, this is a classic combo of, like, y'all need therapy, y'all need counseling, you need to talk to somebody, because Scorpio is a super psychological sign. They rule that profession, right, of psychology, and really digging deep into understanding what makes someone tick, what makes yourself tick, and healing that from the inside out, right? So it's all about the Lovers. This is what's moving in the past direction. So to me, this is something that for a lot of folks, they already know very much about it. Like, they already know what's up. They know something needs to be healed. They know something needs to be changed. And what's really interesting is, right in the present energy, right in the center, we have the Devil card. Capricorn major arcana. And it to me is many times, you know, the devil is a little bit of the flip side of the lovers. Look at that. You know, we have the two people, and instead of the devil here in the devil card, we have the angel in the lovers card. Very, very similar, right? And so I really get the feeling this has so much to do, you know, with bad habits or ingrained habits, things that make you feel trapped, stuck, or stagnant. People who are very harsh or very difficult, judgmental to deal with. This is, you know, to me, a classic combination is like, you might feel like you're working with someone that just won't compromise, right? They just don't want to, you know, be flexible. Because to me, you know, I'm a Capricorn, so I can't get too mad at the devil card, because that's one of my cards. But my feeling about it is, you know, and this is true of Capricorns, we can really deny ourselves joy and love and pleasure, and we can many times get ourselves stuck with people who are not very nice to us or very harsh with us. And so I feel like, you know, this is really a card of breaking bad habits. It's a classic card of like, you know, not, you know, to quit drinking or quit drugs or quit substance abuse. Bad habits can really be broken under the devil card. It's also, yes, very much a card of setting yourself free and enjoying life more. Yeah, let's get a clarifier, please, on the devil card. This is a very, it's a very intense reading for the new year so far for our little collective here. My goodness. Yeah, what did I say about having more fun? Three of Cups. Three of Cups. And I feel like, you know, for some folks, it may be a thing where, you know, Spirit's really asking you to, instead of focusing so much on the things that are making you unhappy, like if a relationship is making you unhappy, a job, family situation, whatever it is, it's really important to talk to and lean on your friends. And yeah, your counseling circle, whatever, you know, help that you get from wherever you get it, because this is mutually supportive people. This is also, you know, having good news to share with your friends, having your friends share good things with you, and just letting it make you feel better, right? Wow. Into the immediate future, I feel like this is definitely starting out a year that's very much about becoming self-empowered. When it comes to that Scorpio energy, that death card and that lovers card, I got to go back to that a little bit, because, you know, in the oracle cards, we had, you know, some of that Scorpio stuff about seeing the truth. You might be seeing some truths about a romantic partner, and it may be kind of like really sort of breaking you out of some old habits or modes with the devil card. And your friends might have a really good influence on lifting you up and saying, hey, remember, you're really awesome. Don't worry about all this. It's going to be okay. And it's like that Nine of Pentacles is really like literally getting your shit together and remembering that you are awesome. Somebody recently on a live stream joked this was the Beyonce card. I said, yeah, it kind of is, because she's a Virgo and this is a Virgo ruled card. But it really is that sort of like, I'm an awesome person. I got my business together. Money's getting better. I'm feeling, you know, successful. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm good enough. I just know that I am. So this feels like a lot of reclaiming your power. And, you know, even if this relationship isn't ending or it hasn't ended, I think it really, you know, is saying that you're recognizing that that's not the only place that you get your support or your self-esteem or your confidence from. Oh, I like the bunny rabbit too. I almost didn't notice that, but look, she's got her little bunny down there. That's, yeah, because the rabbit is such a symbol of prosperity, having enough, night or day, day or night, things are good. Yeah. I feel like money's gonna get better when I see that card. I feel like for anybody that's, especially for people who've been working hard, I feel like money's gonna get better for a lot of folks too. Yeah, and things are gonna come into balance. Things are gonna come into balance. Look at that. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. Libra and Taurus energy, guys. That's a Venus-ruled card if there ever was one. And I tell you, Venus is in retrograde in Capricorn. We are rethinking our relationships on a big, big level. There has to be equal reciprocity. There has to be equal compromise. Because if it's all just one person giving, and bending over backwards and doing everything for the one person, and the other person doesn't give at all, it's not going to work. So these are very beautiful cards. This is so strong. All right, so on the bottom, I'm just going to wrap this one up because we do have people waiting for personal readings. So on the bottom, guys, we have got the Hanged Man. This is a Neptune card, Neptune rulership. Pisces is a Neptune ruled sign. Jupiter just went into that sign. And I feel like with that, this is that trial by fire coming to a close, because this is a card of sacrifice. It's a card of release. It's a card of letting go of ego constructs too. The Devil card is that way as well. I feel like the people that really are acting out of ego, arrogance, insecurities, a false sense of pride, you know, people that want to brag a lot or step on others to get what they want. They don't really care how others feel. They just want what they want. People that are coming from that kind of, you know, either abusive power or just being a bully straight up, you know, they're not going to have a good time. They're not going to have an easy time, because this is a card that's meant to let go of all of this. And until you can, guess what? You're going to be hanging upside down, and it ain't going to be fun. It can be fun. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. And this new year ahead is about getting unstuck. But if you're stuck in your ego and your insecurities, you're not going to be able to get unstuck. And the Ten of Wands. But if you are willing to let that go, this burdensome cycle is going to come to a close, and you're going to feel so much better. So much better. And let's do one little affirmation card on this. Let's do a little affirmation card for our 2022. This was a great read. This is, you know, I didn't do a ton of cards on it, but wow, I like the energy. It's very powerful. It's certainly transformational, life-changing kind of feeling stuff. This, yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness. On the bottom and the top, both were prayer. Both were prayer cards. Different message on each one of them, though. Dear guardian angels, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel divine presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. And let's read the bottom one, too. Oh, this is nice. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. I like that one. That one really speaks to me. That's so nice. All right. Hi there. Hey, Ocean. Hey, Transformation Queen. Hey there, Colin. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate those. All right, Nancy. Let's get you going. Yes, the Scorpio power cards came out on that reading for the collective. Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo. Yeah. That was big stuff. That was big stuff. Wow. Hey there, Marie. Good to see you. Okay, so Nancy, I think you wanted just a general reading. Hey, Natrina. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good out there. Hey there, Karen Maldonado. Good to see you. Okay, so we've got, first we're going with Nancy. Sorry about that. Nancy Riker is number 1. Okay, Nancy, let's start you out. Let's get you a oracle keyword first. Oh, that's perfect. I'll tell you, pets are the best. I would say the thing I'm most grateful for at the moment right now for this year is Petey, my little Petey bunny, because he could have died. He could have died. And I'm gonna make black-eyed peas tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing cabbage. I wanted to do collard greens. That's the southern take. But they're sold out of collard greens. If I can't find them, I'll be doing kale. I love kale or cabbage or collards with black-eyed peas. I'm probably gonna fry some chicken too. We'll have a good dinner. Yep. All right. All right, Nancy. Yeah, 57 minutes. How about that? All right, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, show us what you have for our dear Nancy Riker in the chat. Anything that she is meant to see or hear for her best good as we go into the new year. Let's do some general messages to her, please. Wow, okay. Your card coming up is transformation. So Nancy, there you go. There is the transformation card. To me, that taps right into that death card that was in the collective reading, because it is a transformative year. I feel like there's just, I get the sense that it's like things are going to be completely different at this time next year than they are right now. That's the way it feels. And you may be feeling that as well from the inside out. On the bottom of the deck was the leadership card. So you may be transforming into a greater position of leadership. I also feel with this card, it's very much about like following your true north, right? Your true direction, your true authentic star. And so it's kind of like, I also see this card as getting back to what it is that you really want to be doing, heading down the right path and moving towards the right direction. So it's just like you're in that direction of like, I know where I'm going, and the transformation that happens gets you more in tune with that. So it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, Natrina, thank you for that. All right, so let's get into some tarot for you, Nancy. Yeah, this is a great year for Pisces ahead because, you know, Jupiter energy is expansion, it's good luck, it's things coming out of stagnation. Like I said, the only time that Jupiter can feel kind of difficult is because it is expansive. And so if we've been really living at the bare minimum, or we've had a very, very narrow mindset, very inflexible view, oh, it will push through that. And Jupiter effects can sort of feel like growing pains sometimes. So don't be surprised, you know, if there's things that really need to be moved out of the way for you to get that good luck and expansion, Jupiter will do that too. It's not all fun and games with Jupiter, but it is mostly really good, right? It's mostly really, really good. And you know, that Jupiter energy is great because Jupiter is the traditional ruler of both Sagittarius and Pisces. So Jupiter in Pisces is really it's going home to one of its, you know, traditional signs. It's actually really well placed there. As long as we can keep our feet on the ground and not let our daydreams get us carried away, right? Because sometimes that can lead to us living too much in sort of that dreamy, like over imaginative. It's not very practical. Like we can have a lot of like big dreams, you know, under that transit that aren't always the most realistic. So my feeling is that if you can balance the Jupiter Pisces dreams and the big goals and the ideas that are really kind of fantastical, if you can balance that with some earthy practicality, you're golden, right? That's really what it takes, because if you don't mix the two, all you'll have is a whole lot of dreams without a whole lot of, you know, practical plans for it to succeed. So it's good to mix those two energies together. All right, but I'm excited for you, Nancy. That's a good energy, because that means that, you know, Jupiter will be moving across your sun sign. I'm born with Venus in Pisces, so Jupiter will be moving across my Venus sign, which I'm very happy about as well. So let's get into it. Let's get some tarot for Nancy, please, Spirit. Let's see what her energy looks like as we go into this new year. Ooh, yeah. Interesting that that card should come up. Right in the center, Nancy, we have the Temperance card, and that is Sagittarius energy, the other sign that is ruled by Jupiter. So I feel like Jupiter is really in your favor. And I do feel like this, again, it's so funny. We were just talking about the balance, because look at that, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the earth, right? This is really about bringing those two energies into balance. It's important to keep things kind of steady, kind of nice and moderated, 1 foot at a time. It's also a big message that says you're stronger than you realize. You're much stronger, much tougher, much more resilient than you may even know, and you're putting that into action. Look at this Queen of Swords coming up, not playing around with any funny business going in the future. Libra energy, she's my Libra queen, so she definitely kicks out people that are not for her best if they are messing with her peace of mind, calm and order in her home or in her work. She's not a fan, and even though she is got that sensitive feminine energy, she is wielding that sword. She is an air sign, so she can make those very practical decisions to just, you're out, you're out. And you're also coming from this energy. You got Queen of Swords in your reading twice. So she's in here 2 times. This is your immediate past card as well. So I really feel like, you know, you as a Pisces, you are like Jacqueline sings about her baby shark. Yeah, you got, the fishy's got some teeth here. This little Pisces has learned how to use her teeth with this reading. I do. I feel like you've really learned to stand up for yourself. You're not willing to let people take advantage of you anymore. That's just not happening. You know, and that's a big lesson. That's a huge lesson for people with Pisces energy, because they do tend to just give and give and give. But I don't feel like you've become mean. I don't feel like you've become harsh or overly, you know, austere. I don't think that that's true, because the Empress is on top of this. So to me, it's like, yeah, you've toughened up. You've learned how to self-protect. But look at that Empress. You're still creative. You're still abundant. You still have that very beautiful Venusian, sweet, feminine goddess energy, right? You haven't lost that. So don't worry too much. You've got a good balance going here. Going into the immediate future, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Nice, strong Virgo energy. I really like this for you, because it is that earthy balance to Pisces that's very important that you have during this transit. And so I feel like this is a good slow but steady wins the race, but it's very successful, right? This is really telling you that as you move through the next days, the next month, the next whole of this year, if you're looking at the year, take it one step at a time and do your planning, right? Do the Virgo things. Make sure you're organized. Get all the details, ask all the questions, dot all the I's, cross all the T's. And once you've got your plan together, then it's time to start moving. This to me is like an energy that can't be rushed, but once it gets where it's going, it's all in one piece. It's not very stressed, because it really took its time. Ooh, and it's clarified by the Two of Cups. This could have to do with a relationship. It's a Cancer card, so you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Virgo or somebody that has that kind of personality. But this to me is like a can't hurry love. You just have to wait and take it one day at a time kind of thing. You know, if you're dating or if you're in a relationship, things have to work slowly but surely. You can't rush a process, whatever it might be. If y'all are planning something together, or if you're meeting someone new, it's like it has to go according to a set of planned out, you know, ideas, goals, right? Oh my goodness. But very successful once it gets there, yet again. On the bottom, Six of Wands. You're very focused on victory, success, and things moving in your favor. It's a very positive card. I feel like your interior emotions about things right now are actually quite positive. Could be, you know, Jupiter rolling into the Pisces sign is making my fishies feel, you know, all jazzed up, all fired up. On top of that, we have the Page of Wands. So this is like you have this energy, the successful feeling about a new start in life, because Page of Wands is that new beginning. It's also more joy, more happiness. You really might be already feeling or on the way to just having a lighter feeling in your spirit, a lot more happiness, a lot more joy and vitality than you've had in a while. Oh, I know you're picky. I know you're picky, Nancy. Oh, the Knight of Pentacles is picky. He's a Virgo energy. Not just anyone will do. That's why it's a slow process. I know that. I know that. I'm particular as well. That's my Venus Pisces. It's like, unless it feels like a soulmate, I don't want it. I'm just not interested at all if it doesn't feel right. It's like, nope. So on the top, crowning the spread, Nine of Pentacles is on top. More Virgo energy. You know, this is my happy, single, and loving it kind of card. You know, it really is. I feel like, you know, the overall feeling I have, you know, with the Queen of Swords twice, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, there's all these very strong feminine figures in your read. So I just feel like, you know, you're really pretty content within yourself, you know, and Spirit is really reminding you, it's like you're awesome just on your own. Like, you are doing great. Even on days when you may not feel like you are, you really are. And Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is so nice. I mean, this is just really, again, though, this is a balancing card. Capricorn on the Two of Pentacles, right? So I feel like, you know, it's like there's this very nice earthy balance. But yet again, just remember to lighten up. Remember to loosen up. Remember it's okay to have a little fun sometimes, you know. Because Two of Pentacles can be a real hard worker. And sometimes it's real important for them to remember to just relax. It was in the collective read too, with the Devil and the Three of Cups. It's like, you got to relax sometimes. I know you're not a Capricorn, but it's like, Capricorn, come on. Yeah. We just, you know, that energy loves to work. It doesn't mind it. Finds a lot of comfort in it. Let's get a suggested approach on these cards for you. Four of Wands, happiness in the home. Make your home feel as comfy and happy and joyful as possible. Because this is also another card of like happy in the home, right? You know, just enjoying your space, enjoying your place. Hey there, MT. Good to see you. All right, let's clarify this Four of Wands. You know, and the suggested approach is, you know, it's like, I feel like it's really telling you can have a lot of happiness and a lot of joy coming out of your home environment. And, you know, this isn't a bad time to just kind of hunker down at home. It's not bad, you know. I know, same here, Nancy. I always say that I want to get out more, but not only am I kind of a homebody and I work from home and I don't mind being home, but yeah, it's much harder to get out now. World card energy. Look at that, the Capricorn ruler. Saturn card. This is certainly the happier of the two cards between the Devil and the World of the Capricorn cards. This is such a beautiful combination, you know, because the Four of Wands is so happy. It's those celebratory feelings within the home, and also being open to twin flames and soulmates. You know, God to save, just be open to those connections. But the World many times is those ends of contracts or beginnings of something new. So I really like this card actually for, you know, a New Year's reading, because it's really like out with the old cycle and in with the new cycle. And neither cycle is negative, right? Usually the World cards suggest that you've really learned some major lessons, cleared some karma, come full circle, gotten to the next plateau, and you're just feeling really good about it. You know, these two cards are so successful feeling, you know, Six of Wands and the World. It's just like, woohoo, I made it. But the World is the big I made it, you know. The Six of Wands is the smaller I made it, you know. But the World card is like, boom, I really made it, you know. And that one also has the signs, you know, the World card is also the fixed signs, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. It has those signs involved too. Let's get a potential outcome here on this. Even though to me this is an ongoing cycle. Let's see what the next plateau is taking you to. This is about dealing with fear of loss, or fear of loneliness, or feeling kind of isolated. Interesting that she just said that. It's hard that you know you need to get out more, but it's been tough. This is I think the next thing you're going to have to be working with and working through. This is the only card in this reading that I actually is a little more challenging. It's the only one. It's the only one. They're full of Five of Pentacles. I do, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nine of Pentacles is in here again on top of this. So I do feel like, and part of it is because you're pretty self-satisfied. That's honestly, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles is wonderful. And I feel like that's almost like one of the most important things that we have in life is if we're happy and we enjoy our own company, that's huge. A lot of people just don't. They're always running from themselves, and that's why they're always desperate to be in a relationship, to be around friends, to be around someone, to not have to be alone with their own thoughts and their own self. They're always running away from themselves. It's like until you really accept who you are and love yourself, no connection is going to fill that cup for you. And so I do feel, Nancy, that you have this wonderful spirit of enjoying who you are. You do. I mean, you are comfortable with you. You have it. And, you know, our little Nine of Pentacles is in here twice, showing you that. But it can also, you know, the only detriment about that is that, yeah, you can end up feeling sometimes like, well, darn, I am kind of alone. because you oftentimes just don't feel like a huge need to go out and pursue that. But I do feel like it's a choice. Five of Pentacles is always a kind of decision. Yeah, it's a little hermity. It's a little bit of a decision card because it's like you can kind of choose to stay there. You know, and it usually isn't just you involved. You know, it may be someone else inside, right? Inside the building that's also kind of lonely and like, oh, I'm all by myself. How do I connect? How do I connect? One of y'all's got to get up and go where the other one is. You know, come in out of the cold and knock on the door, and somebody's waiting inside to hang out with you. You know, I always say that's kind of interesting, you know, that we have so many people on the planet, but yet we still often feel so alone, right? It just, that baffles me. It does. Nobody should have to feel alone if they don't want to. This is strange. Woo! On the bottom, look at this. The Death card and the Chariot. Scorpio energy, Cancer energy. And those are your fellow water signs. Powerful come in and around you. You could be connecting with a Scorpio or a Cancer. Other big signs on this reading are going to be Virgo. Lots of Virgo energy here. A little bit of Cancer, some Libra. A little bit of Capricorn, some Aries. Yeah. Darn. See, I can be a little hermity too, Nancy. I totally understand where you're coming from. I enjoy my own company. That's why, you know, I just, you know, I don't get bored. I don't get bored easily at all. I've always got something to be doing. I could be reading a book or playing some music or playing a game on the computer or watching a movie or a show or reading about something I'm interested in or playing with my bunnies. You do have some Virgos and Cancers around you. Gotcha. Yeah. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Oh, this is a good card. This is actually one of the nicest ones in here, in my opinion, the Blessings card. Yeah. Love, light, and blessings. Through this card, you're being showered with an angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart desires. You are being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. It's a beautiful card. I feel like this is a really good read. Yeah. The only challenging card at all is that Five of Pentacles. And even that card isn't terrible, right? You know, it's not like it's some kind of really big doom or gloom. It's just it's really about the decision. It's like to transform out of that. And I know that can be really challenging because sometimes I say the same thing. It's like, where am I going to make new friends anyway? I'd love to have more new friends in real life. I know y'all are real, but you know what I'm saying. I don't get to sit down and have burritos and dinners with you guys. That would be fun, though. All right. Let's see what we have. Hey there, MT. It is a $10 minimum for the personal questions tonight. You can do the donation through the PayPal link in the description box below or through the super chat option on YouTube. And if you do it through PayPal, just let me know that you did it so that I can get you on the list because it does not pop up on the screen when I get a PayPal donation. Hey, Luminous Light, good to see you too. Also, I think my friend Atrina put in a donation. I don't know if that was for reading or if it was just a donation, but if you were donating it for a reading, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to midnight. It's almost a little bit like, okay, all right, no problem. Just let me know when you did and I'll check it. Make sure it came through, because sometimes I have issues with PayPal. Sometimes everyone does. Oh, thank you. Yay, Nancy. I'm glad you got those in the mail. You'll be next, Mattia. If my friend Katrina isn't here in the chat, you'll be next. You won't have to wait. There is no wait right now. I had no idea how many people would be in or be out. Oh, thank you, Natrina. So good to see you. Aw. One of the funniest little like memes that I saw somebody put up, it said, I don't know what I'm going to wear to New Year's living room Eve. New Year's Eve in my living room. I don't know what I'm going to wear to New Year's Eve in my living room. I don't even know if I'm going to go. I love that so much. I don't know what I'm going to wear to New Year's Eve in my living room. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go. pretty much never go out for it. I have no desire, really, to do that. Yeah, what color sweatpants should I wear to New Year's Eve living room? I don't know. I might not. I might just stay in my bed. I might not even go. Yes, luminous light. I love that. I love that so much. I almost always just spend it with my bunnies. I mean, to me, that's like the best thing I could imagine. Is like just, I just do. That's what I do. I like hold my bunnies and wish them good health and happiness, and I just think of all the people I love, and that's it. You know, not that you can't do that anytime. You can do that anytime. And our next big New Year's celebration, which is the, Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year is celebrated by the second new moon after winter solstice. So when the new moon basically is an Aquarius new moon, that's when it is, and it will be the year of the tiger, which is also aligned. It's the equivalent Western sign for the tiger is Aquarius too. I like that luminous light. I'll go check it empty. I'm sure it probably came through fine, but I'll just give it a peek. Oh, hey, buddy. Talking about my rabbit. All right, MT, it came through totally fine. So let's go ahead and jump in. And thank you for that. Thank you so much, everyone, to those who have donated tonight and have just been here hanging out. We really appreciate every one of you. So let's see what we have got for my dear Mattia. Do you have a specific question or do you want a general reading? Just let me know. General reading next 3 months. Okay, so sort of like a winter solstice kind of layout. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, Mattia, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors. Let's see what we have for Mattia for the next 3 months. What themes are we coming up with for this January, February, March? Let's see what we have, please. Wow. Okay. Starting out powerful. All right, for the month of January. First card, I pulled some Oracle. I pulled one Oracle card for each. Hey there, Candace. Thank you. Happy New Year. So for this month is openness with that big full moon. So the next full moon of this month may be really, really important to you. And it is a big full moon. It's the full moon in Cancer this month. That's going to be on the 17th for January. So I would say that this is certainly, yeah, it's opening you up. Subconscious, intuition-wise, all of that coming through. Let's pull some tarot on this. Let's get into our month of January here. Let's, actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 for each of the months. Let's get some tarot on this. Oh, wow. Okay. And then let me please clarify this for you as well. Wow. Wow. These are kind of nice. Like really kind of nice. So on the openness position. This is the January cards. We have the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Six of Wands. And if you caught a little bit of Nancy's reading, we talked a good bit about this Five of Pentacles and how that can be a card of fear of scarcity, loneliness, isolation, feeling cut off from spirit, feeling cut off from someone or from society, cut off from people. But the Six of Wands is a very strong card of success, victory, recognized, achievement, overcoming any kind of challenges. So I feel like whatever the challenges are here will be overcome by this, but it doesn't mean that you can, circumvent the challenges. You have to move through them. And I think so, this January is very much a month of being open, staying open. That might be a bit of the challenge, and really making a decision to connect. It might be really hard sometimes to make that decision to connect. There could be somebody that's keeping you at arm's length, somebody that isn't talking to you, somebody that you feel kind of cut off from. And I think that if you make the moves to, reconnect or put the vibe out there, I think it'll work out okay, but you do have to be vulnerable and open in order to let that happen. But usually this is a very successful card. This could also be, for creative people or for anyone that may be searching for a job or looking for something new to be doing to make some money. You might feel like this initial feeling like, I can't do it, or, I'm not good enough, or do I have what it takes? But it's really about, believing in yourself and getting up out of that position and moving forward, because the Six of Wands is very successful. I feel like once you start to move and once you start to open yourself up, that's the challenge, of course, because when we open up, it makes us vulnerable. But that is the only way forward for success here. That's what January feels like. Next month. It doesn't stop. The theme doesn't really stop. It just transcends a little bit for February. The key word is trust. Another moon. We had the full moon for January. We've got this new moon crescent, So this is really like the tide comes in, the tide goes out. There's an importance of just trusting the process, being open to what comes and what's leaving. If it's meant to leave, it will leave. If it's meant to come, it will come. The artwork in this reminds me a little bit of the Three of Wands, because it's like your ships are going to come in. You don't have to fight the process too very much. And I do feel like your success is here. Look at this. The Five of Wands is in this reading again. Not five, the six. So again, this is this very strong feeling of victory, success, overcoming those difficult challenges. But I do feel like there's still stress. There's still something that's really worrying you here. There's something really big on your mind. And I feel like that's the only thing that you're really kind of contending with. And it's kind of funny, sometimes it's that old saying, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. The only thing that we have to deal with is getting out of our own way to let spirit do its job. Because this can sometimes be overthinking, overanalyzing, overworrying, waking up and not being able to sleep because you got so much on your mind about something, instead of just trusting in spirit, just trusting in the process that things are going to move through just fine. Because you got that Six of Wands on both of these months, and that's a fantastic card. That to me just feels like whatever the battles are, it's like you're capable of winning them. You're able to surmount whatever the difficulties are. And then when you get to March, things do change up. Keyword is transformation for the month of March, with that butterfly coming through. So there's definitely a feeling of rebirth, transformation, and transition. This played a big key factor in our general reading, our collective reading. There's a big Scorpio energy where it's like there's really this big transformation and rebirth. Then on top of that, look at this. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very, she's Libra energy, and she's a feminine discipline, but she is also very pragmatic. She's very realistic. She has that air sign detachment, right? And so I do feel, MT, as you go through this, big, powerful transformation, and that is, to me, it's like that's a major keyword for Scorpios, is transformation, power of transformation. And so I think that the thing that you're working through, though, is to get a little more detached from the heavy emotion. That's the thing. Scorpio has such deep, heavy emotion, and sometimes that drama and that pathos can just pull you in so deep. And so what I really feel, you know, the stress that I feel is it's really like you going through it without letting it beat you up so hard. And that's what this Queen of Swords to me really represents, is that the big transformation is that you're going to detach from a lot of the drama, a lot of, you know, the things that sort of, you know, were embroiling around you, because this is very cool, level-headed. If people are causing chaos, if they're causing drama, gossip, upset feelings, yeah, Queen of Swords is like, I'm not having this. I need peace. And she values her peace of mind more than anything. And so I feel like that's really where you're transforming into in that month of March. And that's Pisces season, by the way, which is very powerful for Scorpio. It's a great time for you. And, you know, the clarifier on this is the Ace of Pentacles. So it brings a great, tangible, manifest gift into your life. I feel like once this big change happens, once you detach from some of these, you know, very difficult, heavy feelings and lighten yourself, kind of lighten your load, it's like, boy, the blessings just seem to come through very powerfully and very strong. That is such a great card. It's tangible stuff. It's like, take it to the bank stuff. And on the bottom, let's see what we got. Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So to me, this is very rapid energy coming in to bless things around the home environment or in your personal relationships. So this is a good read. Let's get, actually, I'm also going to do just a little bit of advice on this one for you. Let me pull some suggested approach, a couple cards for that. Just how to kind of work through these little cycles, but these are great. Yes, girl, rebirth. Look at that. That's the suggested approach, is really to look at things like a new day is dawning. New energy is coming. This is big, bold, passionate new beginnings in life. So I feel like whatever you're transforming out of, whatever is being changed, whatever is dying away or going away, something even bigger and better is coming in. Good grief. There's the World card. Wow. Yeah, that's super powered. It's funny because, you know, Nancy had the World card in the same position. So I feel like something about the collective, the people in here, you're really coming full circle. You're really coming full circle. And the suggested approach on this is, yes, to just go with the flow. Let one cycle end, let the new one begin, because you've cleared some big karma, you've learned some big lessons, and it's like life is really renewing here for you. It's definitely something to feel very good about. This beginning of the year is really nice. Like I said, you know, it's like Nancy actually had that Six of Wands as well in her. You had it twice, but she had it as well. And I said this is like the big hurrah, right? But the world is like the ultimate hurrah. You know, it's like the Six of Wands is like a nice little success, but the world is like boom, like super success, like the even higher than that, you know? So you got both. Both of you got both. I'm really happy to see that. Very different kinds of readings, but some nice similar synchronicities going on for y'all in here. Woo, yeah, outcome card is the Tower. Mars energy. Mars energy. It's time to clean out the old foundation, out with the old, in with the new. You know, Mars is one of the traditional planetary rulers of Scorpio. So it definitely has a lot to do with action, movement, I do feel that there is some old attitude or some old energy, some old foundation that's really getting a clean sweep here for you this first beginning of the year. The first quarter of the year is a lot of that movement, a lot of that action. The Tower and the Devil are both those kind of cards to me that a lot of times people give them a bad rap, but I feel like they're really about setting us free. They really are. This is definitely about setting us free. Let's get a clarifier, please, on the Tower. And there she is. There's that Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, and I feel like what it's really doing, this is really reestablishing you as a person. Just putting you in a much more grounded, centered, content, happy, just enjoying your own self, you know. Virgo energy, Nine of Pentacles. It's an excellent card for any woman, any woman's reading it is, especially if you're kind of in business for yourself or you do a lot of work on your own. Excellent card. It's one of the best. Yeah, these are nice. These are really nice reads. Always happy to have folks come in, especially on sort of momentous times like a New Year's, you know, it's really cool to see what comes out. Let's get an affirmation on this one for you too. Felt like both of those wanted to come out, so I'm taking them both. All right, so the first one was the Rainbow card. You are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You're surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. I love it. This one came out for the collective. This was one of our collectives. But I do not mind reading again. This is a great message. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray, and this is great for dealing with this Nine of Swords here in your read. When I'm fearful, help me to remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. Yeah. That thing about, you know, seeing order out of chaos, that's the Queen of Swords. That's the Queen of Swords. All right, my friends. If there is anyone else who would like a read, just let me know. Pop up a question. Yeah, I love doing these. This was great. Love that darn Tower card. I do. Every time I get it, I'm like, oh boy. You just know something's going to move. It's going to come out of stagnancy because it's Mars energy. It gets things moving. If you've been waiting on something for a long time, see that Tower card come in, you know it's going to shift. You're welcome, hon. Good to see you. All right, guys. If there's anyone else, I will bring you into the chat. If not, I might go check out New Year's living room Eve upstairs. I might go do that. I think I'm dressed up good enough for it. Rocking around the living room. That's what me and my mom will be doing. I'll sing a song, and if no one else signs up for a read, then we'll close out the evening, and I'll see you all again real soon, like probably tomorrow or the next day. We twain ran about the braes and put the gowans fine, but we've wandered mony's weary foot, seen old lang syne. We twain paddled in the burn from morning sun till dine, but seas between us braid a roared, seen old lang syne, and surely you'll be your pine stop, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, for old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty friend, and kiss a hand of thine, and we'll take a richt good willie wad for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind, should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness, yes, for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Alright guys, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm gonna go grab those bunnies and snuggle them up, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Happy 2022, y'all.